back to my YouTube channel, Minnows and they here. I don't know why my skin looks dark right there. I've been breaking out pretty bad now, and I think that's because, you know, some stuff is starting to regulate and get better. I would low-key be exposing myself. Not necessarily like sharing my deep, darkest secrets with y'all, because that's the point of it being personal and myself having and holding that information. So I'm not gonna tell y'all too much because I don't want y'all looking at me upside down. Not saying that I've done anything, but still, the smallest thing could be something so big with the internet. You never know. But I decided to go ahead and pull up questions that guys are afraid to ask girls. On top of that, you know, like just questions that'll get the ball rolling, if you feel me, if you see what I'm saying. So while I'm doing that, I figured why not do my makeup while doing it, because I don't want to see her bored, and you know. So, you know, yeah, I just want to make it a little juicy. And before I get to the video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment every single week, because that's when I try to post videos every single week. Feel me? Catching on? Okay, good. Perfect. Let's get started. Okay, first question. Boom. Are periods really bad? I cannot speak for everybody when I say this, but personally, for me and my experiences, oh my gosh, yes. But okay, like I said, I cannot speak for everybody, every single female, but personally for me, as soon as it come on, oh my gosh, yes, it's the worst. And the only reason I say that is because, number one, when I first start, that's like the first 3 days of me being on my menstrual are the heaviest. And no matter how many times I change, no matter how many times I wash up, I still leak. I still have to change repeatedly. I go through like 4 or 5 things of underwear, and I know people's like, oh, that's not normal. Go to the doctor, get it checked out. That's the thing. It is normal, because you just have females that have heavy menstruals, and you have females that have light menstruals. But for me, yes, for me, it is bad. Not only with how heavy it is, but the cramping too. My cramps are something else. Kid you not. Okay, next question. Do gals kiss and tell? Now, I only have one friend, well, best friend that I tell. Well, not every single thing, because you know you want to have some personal business. What's called personal. But it depends. So for me, if he's good, like if the dude I'm dating is a good kisser, it ain't nothing to talk about. But if it's bad, I'm sorry, but if I'm dating you a bad kisser, I gotta tell my friend. I have to, like, girl, not good at all. Hold on, I gotta focus. I don't know why my look burnt right there, but I'm just filling this in to make it look more natural. That's good. Now I want it to look natural, so I'm just gonna like fill it in. This may be a little dark, but I can fix it. Now I'll outline to make it even too. So, all right, next question. Why do you take so long? Okay, so I'm just gonna say, why do girls take so long to do their makeup? I pour way too much on my hand, but it's cool. I don't know about everybody else, but specifically it takes me a long time to do makeup because I'm not a professional at it. If I was professional, it would take me probably like 30 to 45 minutes, but it takes me an hour to 2 hours to do my makeup, and y'all will see in this video. Go somewhere.
Smell
you
it.
Always do that.
I know, but I have to be seen, but look. I don't know what this smells like.
You smell like a man.
No, it don't.
What's wrong with men sense?
Y'all know how y'all
Well, why don't you do y'all go check out her channel. I'm gonna make it public. It's called Too Cute for Words.
No, chill out.
Too Cute for Words. Y'all check it out. Child, you something else.
Smell it.
Yeah, that smells pretty good.
Yeah,
makeup
I know.
sliding down.
I your makeup falling off.
But okay, why does it take so long to put on makeup? Like I said, for me, it takes a long time because I'm not a professional. But yeah, plus since I'm not a professional, it takes a minute also. Because I want it to look right. I'm not about to go out, walk around looking goofy. Because I've seen what that looks like, and people look at you as if you're crazy. I'm not that one. I'm not that chick. This is how I know I pour way too much makeup on my hand. It is sliding down. But yeah, also another reason why it takes a minute to do my makeup is because I'm so, like, it is so many different styles when it comes to makeup that to the point I'm very indecisive with what kind of color I want to use for my eyeshadow, what lipstick I want to go with, and all that stuff. And it has to complement what I'm wearing too, because if it doesn't complement what I'm wearing, no point in wearing makeup, because I'm not trying to throw it off. I need to get my eyebrows wet. Okay, next question. Does size really matter? Now we get to the juicy stuff. Okay, I'm going to explain this. I'm going to do this very briefly because this is a topic that low-key uncomfortable to talk about. But okay, I'm just putting this on a dark spot. All right, like I said, let's get into it. So, the only time size matters is when you've already been sexually active. Let me tell you why, because I know y'all gonna want to start arguments with me. It only matters when you've already been sexually active, because now at this point, you've already seen and been around, I'm not gonna say around the world, but you've already seen what each person that you have messed with size is. But if you have not done anything, like if you're still a virgin, then no, size will not matter because you don't know nothing but that person. Or, you don't know nothing but that person. Visual wise, yeah, you can judge, and based on what people tell you, oh, go for the one decent size. But for them to not have done anything, they don't know what it feels like, so no, size does not really matter. But for people that's done it, I guess so. But for me personally speaking, expose myself, but no, it does not matter to me because that is not what I care for. Honestly, I'm careless for that. So all I need is connection. I'm going to say that it still does not matter, but when you're in that mood, learn to work with what you got. Love, of course, support, honesty, loyalty. And that's it. I don't need all that rated R stuff. I really don't.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
It adds onto it, but I don't need it. All right, next question. Can we split the bill? Y'all. Okay. We getting a little juicy up in here. Okay. So the only time, well, for me personally, if we go somewhere, like if you take me somewhere and you're taking me out, no, we cannot split the bill because you asked me out. If I ask you out, I do not expect for you to split the bill because I asked you out. But if this was a mutual agreement, say, okay, yeah, we both go in here, and you say, okay, let's split the bill. Yes, this one I agree. Let's split the bill. But other than that, if I invite you and you consented, or if you invited me and I consented, whoever invited who, you gotta pay for it. I don't care. You gotta pay for it. But that if you taking me out and you ask, can we split the bill? No, we can't, boo. No, you took me out. I'ma lie and say I left my money at home. You gonna be real mad at me and you may hate me, but I'ma like, no, I left my money at home. You asked me out, you paying for it. End of story. No if, ands, nor, or buts. This one got that arch. I gotta fix this one. Let me just, where that? Bring this down a little bit more. Yes, now we getting somewhere. This look a little too thick, but that, hold on. We gonna leave it like that, cause you know, naturally humans are asymmetrical. We're not symmetrical. One eyebrow is, you know, bigger than the other one, so we're just gonna leave it like that, cause you know that's just letting us know we're not perfect. All right, next is concealer. I'll make this sure this is in all the way. The more and more I do my makeup, I feel like the more and more I get better at it. I just need setting spray. I do not have setting spray. Next question. Do you pleasure yourself?
Hell yeah.
Do I pleasure myself? Sure. That's all I'm gonna say. And y'all can take sure whatever, however y'all want to take it. Dang, I'm just messing my pants up. I don't got nothing to put on, so I'm just gonna have to be very careful. But sure, I feel like there is nothing wrong with pleasuring yourself, especially when you have urges, because if you're in a relationship, then you can just get that from your partner. But if you're not with anybody and you want to please yourself, or you just have that urge and you really don't want to call up a random person and be like, hey, let's, you know, pleasing yourself is nothing wrong. I prefer for somebody to do that if you're not in a relationship than to just do it with a random person. Not saying it's something wrong with doing a random person, or it's maybe like friends with benefit type of thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But personally for me, I would definitely rather please myself than call somebody else. So definitely, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a natural body, humanly thing that I feel like people underestimate. I'm not gonna say underestimate as like, oh, we don't talk enough about it, because I understand you don't want to tell people like, okay, I'm so lonely to the point I gotta, or not really lonely at that point. You just would rather do that than to deal with somebody. Yeah. So yeah, it's nothing wrong at all. We'll try something different, just bring it. I don't know why I just had a random thought to just drag this down. Hopefully it does not ruin anything. All right, next question. Is being a virgin a turn off? Okay, let me tell you something that I find dumb, right? This smells good. When you're in high school, because I feel like this one that starts is in high school, because no grown person ain't gonna be like, oh my gosh, she a virgin, I don't want to mess with her. Because nowadays, that's what I heard most men prefer, females that's a virgin. Now, it's not true, but that's what I've heard a lot of dudes say. And the only reason that is because they say, oh, when you've been in love with somebody before and you dating them and all that stuff, that's your first love, and then you lose it to them. And then you could be dating somebody else and they're trying to figure out why you were always talking about the specific thing. That's because, oh, you were in love before. And most men prefer for you to be in love with them first before anybody else. And that's why most men say they want virgins, because they want somebody that's all to themselves. Because technically, once you've done it with somebody before you move on to that person, you're not completely theirs and you're not there first. Which is so stupid, because it's not the same way how it runs for men. Men are different. I'm not saying men are different, because I feel like it's completely stupid how they say it's different. But a lot of people or a lot of men would disagree with me, because they would say, oh no, it's different because the females are emotional and which I understand, we're emotional creatures, but you can't completely blame it on that. Because like I said, something that people underestimate, and I said this in my last video, is the fact of, like, just like men have sexual urges, women have sexual urges too. Y'all are not the only creatures in this world that exist that have sexual urges or that crave sex. You're not the only ones, trust me. Females do the same. You got men that act the same way as females. But like I said, I feel like this starts in high school. This whole, oh, if you're a virgin, you're not cool type of thing. It's so stupid to me. I feel like it's dumb, because it's making girls rush to do stuff that they honestly don't want to do or would rather wait, because they don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing to do it or it's a good thing to wait. It can go either way, honestly. But is being a virgin a turn off? Honestly, I would say no. It's not a turn off, and it shouldn't be put down at all. I'm just gonna say being a virgin should not be undermined, if that's a word, or put down, because there's nothing wrong with it, honestly. And that just lets you know that you're not easy, even if you did do it before. I'm trying to explain a way that doesn't make it seem like bad for people who have done it or not virgins anymore. But whatever you choose to do, as long as you do the right things, you're a good person at heart. I see no issue with it, but no, it's not a turn off to be a virgin. It's definitely not. I mean, you just wait for the right person, or you just wait in general, or you just don't want to do it at all because it's something that you're not interested in. All right, next question. What is this? What's the proper answer to, does this dress make me look fat? I don't understand why girls ask that. Speaking as if I'm not a girl myself. To me, I feel like you gotta go based on how you feel about yourself and how you look. But asking a dude, does this dress make me look fat? I guess I can understand, because that's asking for approval to see if he like what you are wearing. Hold on, where my other makeup at? Alright, next question. Do you expect us to always make the first move? I feel like, I'm gonna be honest. Ooh, that look nice. Based on what I've heard, based on what I've heard, I think most guys prefer for the female to make the first move, because to them it's attractive. But at the same time, I feel like females are scared to make the first move because they don't want to come off as either desperate or that they rock like that. Which I would say, honestly, I'm that way. I don't mind making the first move, but at the same time, it's like, first of all, I gotta be comfortable with you, and I have to be in the right mindset. Because I'm not about to do no stuff that I know I'm gonna regret. Just me, personally speaking. But yeah, just me personally speaking from my preference of what I prefer. But yeah, a lot of dudes actually like when you make the first move. And if you too scared to, no pressure. But if he pressure you to, that means he ain't it. That means you need to go on about your business, because he only looking for one thing and one thing only. But if you don't care, and that's what you're looking for, hey, by all means, do what you gotta do. But yeah. But I don't think they always expect us to make the first move, but they would like for us to. Sometimes, not all the time. Are the girls a big brother? So my question, okay, so I'm thinking the question's asking, do girls like having breasts? That's what I'm gonna say, because the question's kind of confusing a little bit. Honestly, I would rather have them be medium than have them be oversized or very, very little. Because I feel like, I'm not gonna say I have a small frame, I'm just short. And I don't want to have my boobs be all out here and I'm only like 4'10". To me, that don't breast reduction. That's what I would do. Cause that's not what I want to have. I don't want to. I don't want to have too much. Cause at that point, it's way too much. But as a female, I don't know what the question asks, but I'm gonna answer it to my best, or to the best of my ability. I enjoy having them because I feel like it adds when you want to be presentable. You know, like going out on a date to present. You don't got to show everything, but like a little cleavage, I think is fine. And if you want to hide it, just put on a big T-shirt or a U-neck instead of a V-neck or whatever this neck is called, and just cover it up like that. Next question: is it okay to do it while you're on your menstrual period? Then again, I should stop going based on what I've heard and go based on what I prefer. Honestly, because I feel like for some women, I always put too much. I feel like some women prefer to do it on their menstrual because that's when they're the most aroused. Sometimes, okay, something that people need to understand, especially women, it's okay to be aroused on your menstrual. And I feel like that's the time when you become the most aroused, is because it's a hormone thing, you know? And I feel like when your hormones are like up and kicking, that's a lot, but I like that. When your hormones are up and kicking, that's when you want to do the most splitting. You see what I'm saying? But no, let me stop. I feel like it's okay to do it while you're on your menstrual, to be honest, as long as you use a towel and you clean, because and I know you're gonna be like, oh, you nasty. Because it's like, people say it's nasty because, oh, it's bacteria in it or whatever, your body's cleansing itself out. Whether you're on your menstrual or not, your vajayjay is naturally going to clean itself out. That's the point of discharge. It's constantly cleaning itself out, so no matter if you're doing your menstrual or not, think about it. As long as you take care of your body, as long as you drink plenty of water and do everything that you need to do, I don't see no issue with it. And also, it's a form of lubrication too, and it makes it easier. Is it really hard to decide where to eat? I'm gonna say yes. For me, I am very indecisive. For me, it's very hard for me to decide what I want to eat. Unless I have my mind set and I'm craving it, then no. But for me, yes, because there's so many good places to eat from, especially in this area that I'm in. It is so many restaurants. And I feel like that's where we tend to mess up. The lighting is bad. But yeah, we live in an area where there's so many restaurants, it's hard to choose from, and I practically crave everything that's around here. But I'm always buying chicken and fries. Chicken and fries is my go-to. I'm always buying chicken and fries from the place that my job is next to. Why do you always go for bad boys? Okay. Whew. I would personally and honestly say that I do not necessarily go for the bad boys, but okay, people may think that women go for bad boys. Women just like men that's not wimps and that know how to handle their business. I've heard my mother say this all the time. She wants a man that has street knowledge and book knowledge, which I can honestly agree. Because if you know about the streets, you know how to handle your way out of situations. Not saying that situations that you put yourself into, but situations that presents itself to you. You know how to take yourself and remove yourself out of that situation and to protect yourself. And book knowledge, oh my gosh. You know what you're talking about? That's a plus for me. That's basically what women mean, but when they say what people mean when they say women like bad boys. No, we just like men that know what they're doing to handle their business. And that resembles string. We don't want no punks. No punks in here. But yeah, we just don't like wimps and all that stuff, and we like for boys to handle their situation and not to pick fights, because at that point, if you pick fights, you're not a bad boy, you're a troublemaker, and we don't like drama. Not over here, we don't like drama. All right, now we can move on to the next question. Are eyebrows really that big a deal? Did they seriously just ask that question? Yeah. That's the only part of hair that's on your face other than your lashes. I'm not gonna say your hair because that's on your head, that's not your face. putting this blue above makes my, y'all can't see it, but it makes my eyes look so dark underneath. Oh, now I feel like that's the point of having what is it, the powder. And I see why a lot of people now do the whole process under their eyes right after they put on the they eyeshadow. Okay, I think that looks, damn, I got makeup all in the corner. With the light on, it does not look bad. I feel like I can fix this with some eyeliner. I look ghostly a little bit. I don't have no lashes. Well, I messed up the lining under this one. From far away, it's not bad. It's just up close. See this side and it. I don't know. Maybe if I can fix it with glitter. Glitter fixes everything, I swear. This is the finishing results. I try to match my shirt. I messed up my eyeliner. I want to say a little bit, but a lot of it. But see how that one is, and that one is different. But the highlighter's on point. The lip color, see, lip color. Y'all say that low key matches a little bit. I just need work, a lot of work on my makeup skills, and that's why the question is yes. I do take a lot of time on my makeup, but answer some questions, y'all. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.